Diana ahead, get Kai'Sa ahead, you know, this draft does really compete with Life Esports in the mid to late game if they have those items online, right? But
ready to hop into game number 1. So let's get on to the Rift for Gen G versus Life. Match 55.
The part where Gen G's composition needs to really start to come online and win these fights.
There's right. Fight is, yeah, he's got to hop back here as Life and Ruler both come up here very quickly and together. And they have the prio up on the top side, so I think Gen G are just going to start this up and say, come at me, bro.
Yeah, and I think that Life Esports should do well to respect this composition. You know, at 8.5 minutes into the game, I don't think you want to walk into these potential combos. Arthur just got his smite fully unlocked here.
Let's see how it goes. Both supports not hitting 6, and we have Mega Gnar coming in. This is a really nice angle for Morgan, but they're trying to engage first. Our Gen G, and they immediately get onto that backline, but a massive Gnar into the wall. But where is the damage follow-up? It is just not there at all. Toby was on the left side. Gen G, they take the initiative. They take the fight to Life. They're going to get a lot of value out of this one.
I mean, he almost got it online, but he does not have it right now, so...
The word, too, it's like perfect.
I know, like, this is so unfortunate. I think they're still going to try to force this fight. They actually had teleport coming to the bottom lane.
So Morgan leaves, and Gen G are like, should we do anything? No, they're just going to leave it. Okay. And now the teleport comes in. So Arthur's just going to smite that and go over the wall, and...
Not sure about this one.
They deny the eye, I guess. Okay.
I mean, it's still significant that they deny the eye, but what, you know, obviously Gen G really want is another wombo combo fight where they get a bunch of extra gold and remove those bodies off the map.
Oh! Toby got it!
Oh my god.
Can't deny the LeBlanc.
She can use her dissonance. Oh, hold that thought. Doesn't have it now.
Oh man. He tried to jump away too and got pulled in there by the face breaker, and now the burn comes in. Klid even will flash.
This fight is so important. I think Gen G don't have an option to let this go. They have to force a fight.
Yeah, and BDD's here, and Rascal has his teleport available. Let's see how they're going to do it. They got to get a ward down here, and there's the control ward. They actually have one in the pit. As the Solar Flare is massive, and once again, the set gets so much value, and the damage follow-up is there, but nobody's really dying. Now they will, absolutely, as Rascal is just going to get in there alongside Ruler, who just hops in the backside. And that's going to be a near clean ace. Only Chovy will survive for now, but down he will go. A triple kill for Klid, and the clean ace.
Do this outside of Callista comps all too much, but the execution has been so good as this is BDD's flash here. Moonfall comes through, and then you see the follow flash just to guarantee the kill here from Klid, because Chovy actually was on the verge of escape. But watch this, set goes over with a blast plant, and then BDD's like, okay, Solar Flare allows me to come in here and set up for the biggest Moonfall ever, which leads to a great haymaker. And Ruler is just like, I can jump in and kill anybody who's low on health, and that happens to be you, Arthur. Such a great composition to fight like this with, and the execution has been so great that, you know, if you were doubting before this, watching this game...
Kill!
He's pressing kill.
Wow, it's that Rascal doesn't even care. He's having a great time, as we could see. Jovi's trying to get something down, but Zonya's is available here for Klid, so he kind of just laughs at the engage. Now we're getting run down, though, as Life might be left to the Wolves. He'll use his own stopwatch, and now they want to go in, but this is okay. Life are just going to take 2 of them for free, basically.
Yeah.
As now we're engaging 3v5 into this. That is a huge amount of damage, and apparently it doesn't even matter because there is once again no escape for the flashless Callista, who immediately just gets engaged upon. Gen G, they're having a lot of fun, but at least they're still winning.
You know what's funny about this, too, is the 2 players who died, Rascal and Life, their purpose is to send... Oh, Chovy. There you go.
That's so much gold.
900 gold to Chovy.
It's insane amounts.
He's going to die for it.
Oh, I think someone was down there scanning for it, but
okay.
But
like, watch this fight too, because Rascal and Life are the ones who die here. But it's okay because that they're not the critical parts of this fight. Like, Rascal comes in here and does a little bit of damage, But that's all he needs to do. And if you keep going, it's actually on you, Honda Life Esports. So we're going to watch this one more time for some reason instead of watching the rest of that fight, which is where things really turned around.
Ruler is incredibly scary as well. One other thing I noticed was that Rascal has almost 3,000 gold in his pocket. So let's see what he goes back and buys. Probably going to be a full item off the back.
Uh-oh,
That
Chovy.
Ruby Crystal. Oh, this is what can happen. You can immediately get engaged upon like this with huge amount of damage coming out from the Kaisa. And if you don't have Chovy to poke, what do you have on the side of Humble Life?
Such a beautiful play.
Nothing.
Such a beautiful play from Ruler. So aggressive. You push Chovy out. If he dies, there's nothing you can do. The last straw that's going to break Honda Life Esports back here.
Oh! I thought that was a ward. Like, Nar's pretty small. Yeah, Morgan's he's just dead. There's no escape for him. The rest of his team has left him abandoned. Is he?
He's buying some time.
Yeah, there's a turret here. Yeah. Look at the team. Look at Humble Life. They're like, yeah, let's see if any of them just come down here to farm this wave. And maybe we can get something back.
I mean, traditionally in a normal AD carry, front to back comp, like Ruler would be like, well, yeah, give me all that money, and then you punish him. It's going to be Rascal. And I don't think he dies here, actually, even.
Are they still there? Okay, they are. Yep. And this is 3v1 as he flashes in, gets immediately exhausted, and do they even have the damage? This is ridiculous as he's going to kill Def. He nearly kills Vista.
And Chovy was there, by the way.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. And that's going to be the game. Unfortunately, Honda Life Esports just could not stop the truck that was Gen G that was going to crash into them in every single team fight. It's beautifully played from Gen G. The execution was so good that you just can't doubt Gen G in these moments.
Yeah, and they're just going to engage in here, trying to get the kick once again. Ruler's going to laugh at that with the Kaisa. Not the first time we've seen him dodge that Lee Sin Dragon kick. Gen G just playing with their food. They're going to take down the Nexus now as a stomp here in game number 1.
Then this is, like I said, a very different look for Gen G, Valdez. Like, this is very different from how they often play. They like to play strong top side and then a scaling bottom laner. If it's not Ruler on Callisto, that's how they play the game. Not in this case. Feels like Gen G decided they wanted to try something very different tonight, and it was a great success.
Absolutely. Could definitely get more value than we saw from Morgan's Gnar in the last game. Not necessarily Morgan's fault, but I'm curious to see how this matchup will go with Rascal's Gnar this time around.
This composition for Gen G has so much CC and so much engaging power, but to engage into set Diana and even the Ashe, Alistair.
How aggressive do Ruler and Life really want to try to get down there onto the Ashe Alistair? It's not going to be easy.
But it just didn't matter in the end.
Okay, we're trying to get on in here. Nice knock away onto Ruler, but the damage gets Def incredibly low, and he actually gets in range.
Oh my god.
Flash Rend as Ruler just laughs at him. Takes his way to the bank.
That's just something that, you're you just don't really expect the Flash Rend. I was expecting the Spanish Inquisition way before I was expecting that to happen.
True.
I mean, Ruler just goes in, he's like, okay, I can get a range, but here's the counter engage.
Okay, and again, Ruler doesn't have flash. He actually gets knocked in perfectly. That is a fantastic follow-up.
Chovy reacts so quickly to this level 4 gate. You cannot avoid your Emperor's Divide if you use it perfectly, whereas the flash allows you that guarantee. As we're going to watch Ruler's first-person view here. So he's headbutted away. He's like, I'm going to try to hit my skill. Boom, flashes in casually.
Yeah. And I think it was Life calling for the play, right? With the scan, and he's trying to, set that one up. He says 6 play at the end, by the way. Which it was. It was a really cool one.
But then there was a sick follow-up from Johan.
Yep. Good stuff, and this is what you can do. You get that flash away, but in comes Johan as well. BDD's very low. Will go down. Now it's a 2-on-2, but Clit is incredibly low, and Johan is just getting so much value here. Trying to hit that strike, but he will not be able to.
In the early game because of all the pressure.
Okay, Morgan trying to set something up here on a Rascal with no Mega Gnar as he will be forced to flash away. Lots of damage comes out on levels and on farm. Now, Clit is trying to make up for that here. He's looking for a dive. He has the kick, and they're just going to go for the easy cow. rather than for the Ashe who had Flash. And that's going to be a nice... he's going to be pretty crazy. We're going to see another big Diana in this game as the arrow is close. And okay, it's actually right on point. He meant to hit Clid all the time.
Rascal.
Yeah, they're trying to bait in Rascal here. The hop is down, and he is so crushed underneath the turret. They give that over to Morgan. And with the Rift Herald in hand, they're going to get so much.
Sure, they got the kill onto Vista, but this is a situation where Gen G need to really stem the bleeding, and getting kills is where...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He has no idea.
And it's a control ward, too, so Johan knows he's very safe to do this.
He just moves in closer. And he's just going to wait for this one. The hop is down, and with no... Oh, he does have the flash, but he's... Oh, there he is going to use it right at the last moment, but one last move. He's going to be able to dodge it. And with
so, very well handled. There's so much CC, between the Diana and the set in terms of team fights, but even in a solo lane, right, where you're just very easily able to take out Lennar here. I mean, this is the first time it happened. The second time, it basically was successful, but they ended up messing up, botching the execution at the end. Facebreaker doesn't connect there. And look at this dodge. Woo! He's in the Matrix.
Yeah. Gen G, they got the first Drake, and they're going to get the second one, whereas Rascal is basically just going to be the fodder that is fed over in trade.
This is, it's a disaster.
He is going to hop the wall, but you're not getting away from the Diana. So
can't dodge that one.
Second Rift Herald. They don't have a LeBlanc to try to steal it and get the eye. As the arrow does come in, that's a really nice blast engage. As BDD's in a lot of trouble, but he is able to turn it around as the Fate's Call gets so much value. But here comes Morgan, and finally the carries of Hanwha Life show up.
Oh, let's get the charge, but oh no!
Yeah, he's totally dead.
What a play!
Not even expecting that. I mean, there was even without the blast plant, it's Hex Flash. Right? It's Alistair. They're trying to get on top of this back line now as maybe Hanwha Life went a little bit too far. This is some decent gold being given back to the side of Gen G, but they're not going to get Johan, and the Boomerang's going to miss, as well as the Q. Nobody can seem to hit any of these guys.
Does not happen. They're still looking for picking off the solution. Look at Morgan's position here. You can actually taxi in. They're not careful.
Yeah, definitely thinking about it. This is Infernal Soul, so neither team wants to give this one away.
No, it's super important.
Gen G, even from behind, they want to get in here. That's nice. They're looking for the Ashe, and they will immediately take down the Ashe. Clid able to come in from behind, but let's see the turnaround here from Hanwha Life. The knockup on a Johan. He doesn't get that much value with this ultimate either, but Toby is still alive, trying to get the damage down, but the kick comes in, and they're going to take him down. The other side of the fight here, though, Johan and Morgan were able to get some work done. As the Boomerang comes in and slows them down, Johan and Morgan, they can't seem to die in this game. As Gen G will go in and get another one, and BDD is so healthy with so much mana, he's looking to try to win this one, to put in the damage for his team. What an insanely close fight as Morgan just dodges everything in this game.
Yeah, not to mention the Q misses from Johan again. This just keeps happening. This is the slipperiest 10 players that we have in the LCK altogether. But you know, when you lose out on your Ashe at the beginning of a fight like that, if you can't get the kills early...
Oh, okay. Gets leased in, and he gets stunned, and he's trying to get BDD here. There's no help for him, actually. The Q will come in, and finally they take down the Diana. But the teleport comes in from Chovy a little bit too late. At least he's looking to clean up the scraps here. Should be able to get a couple, you'd imagine.
Rascal's, Nara barless, but not going to be able to do much. I was like, maybe he can kill Deft. He's 3 levels up, but not alone. It was Deft, but yeah, going overextended in the mid lane. This bot duo, unfortunately, coming up a little bit flat here, and they really have to be the glue that holds this comp together. Once again, Life.
Oh, they're trying to get the Diana, but again,
everything
misses. And now, look at Ruler in the front line. He cannot escape now, as Zed is going to dunk him into the ground. The kick comes out for the disengage, as the culling isn't going to do much. Gen G, at least, able to only lose one. But let's see what Hanwha Life can get off the back of this. They're looking towards the top side of that river, but they have some low health bars. Generally, I think he should have it by the time the fight for the Infernal Drake starts, but extremely optimistic on that one for sure.
I think they just wanted to get the prio. They're like so desperate to clear this vision up right now.
Okay, Chovy, I don't know about this one. He has a stopwatch though. Was it the bait in the end? He's able to kite it back, and look at that! In goes Johan, gets 4 in the back line, and the follow-up is quite nice as well. BDD is trying to front line, but he can only do that for so long, as Rascal as well is trying to get roped in here, but he will be able to escape, and that is a massive catch from Hanwha Life.
And then move back. And guess what? They're like, oh, Gen.G might try to trade this.
Yeah.
So we're just going to group up.
They're just going to, I think, all in it here. Yep, they're all over the wall, and the Dragon is taken. Gen.G could have assumed that that was going to happen, but they have so much Baron damage, but not everybody's hitting it here, really. BDD is actually up on the side. And now we have the jungler coming up, but it's not on time as the Ren set comes in. Morgan tries to go for the engage, but the damage is there. They take out the set, and now with the Baron, can Gen.G actually win this? No, Deft is kiting it out excellently, and there it is. Johan gets in again, gets into the back line and picks up 2, but BDD is trying to carry it by himself, and he might just be able to. Ruler's still alive, somehow kiting it out the entire time, and Gen.G might have just won this. They have the Baron, and they'll look to push the mid lane.
They're going to push the lane to win the game, and that was such a huge turnaround moment, a decisive moment for Gen.G. Go into the Drake pit here, and even with good kiting here from Deft, the positioning is so good, and Johan has the really amazing engage. Morgan being picked early means that you just don't have an amazing front line anymore as Hanwha Life. Look at Chovy and Deft. They're trying to do what they can. There's a huge disconnect. And Clid here, you know, has his res available. So in this longer fight, it's like Deft and Chovy are suddenly frontlining, and they're like, wait, we can't be here. We can't win this.
Into them and fight like that. That's a nice arrow here. They're going to get life, and that's a bunch of kiting damage, but Morgan tries to get in there. It doesn't matter. They're still able to burst him down, and Ruler's going to get picked here as well. And this time the bluff is called, and it should be good. Really nice follow-up knockup. BDD does some insane damage, but he's pretty much all alone at this point. He's still trying to 1v5 right now.
I go in there.
As he is very desperate to make the play.
You got Chovy's GA, but you might lose the game over this one. Now there is the mid turret up on the inhibitor right now, but with only 2 players here to defend, oh no.
Hanwha Life are like not sure exactly what to do.
Yeah, this is actually really bad indecisiveness here, but they're gonna look for Rascal now.
He does not have his leap, it looks like. They're just trying to 2v5, a lot of low health bars here as Deft easily able to flash away from that one, and now they hop onto him, and that is disastrous for Hanwha Life. As Rascal could get a lot of damage, but at the end of the day, the Diana's still here, trying to trade it back, but Chovy comes back, and another GA is popped. How many of them are there in the shop exactly?
Well, now Gen.G have successfully bought enough time to get those respawns through, so the game will go on. But Hanwha Life Esports are going to get the 4th Infernal Drake for the soul. You're not going to see another one of these, okay? I mean, no game has ever been anything like this one. As Life gets picked here, it's a really nice attempt to pull him away with the Fate's Call, but this is Gen.G just overextending massively, trying to choke Hanwha Life Esports out and put the distance between them and the Drake. As you said, they get punished, but then Hanwha Life Esports aren't decisive. BDD grabs GA here, and he did not have Flash, so I guess he probably wasn't going to get out of there either way, so my battle on the call on that one. But either way, that's all they get, and then they're extremely indecisive here, and Rascal's got a full health bar, he's got his Gnar bar, and then suddenly Deft dies, and everything falls apart here. Has to flash early, but then he can still get jumped on.
Look at Johan and the amount of value he gets with this low health. He's waiting. He comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, the kick is huge as well.
This should have been better for Hanwha Life Esports, arguably, but, you know.
4 Infernal Drake souls for Hanwha Life. Look at the Baron. Does it even exist?
Yeah, I know.
He's going to try to steal it, but nope, not this time. As Johan will shut down that idea, and now he's trying to get the kill onto Clid as well. We got to fight on the bottom side. Down will go Clid. As in goes the set, another huge moonfall. BDD, he's trying to kite it out here, but the Zhonya's will only keep him alive for so long. They're going to take him down, and it's only Rascal. I think Hanwha Life have finally done it.
Yeah, I think so.
Although,
I mean, plot armor, you know, has been like one of the stories we had throughout this game.
Wait.
He teleports top.
And
Mark ping.
I mean, he's stopped this mid lane, but there's more minions coming.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's hoping that they're going to collapse onto him instead, but I have bad news. They are not. He's going to back right now, but there's just no way to buy time for these extremely long death timers. And we talked about plot armor. We talked about players not getting caught. Rascal, he's not going to have enough plot armor to stay alive this time.
And stopwatch, but
the writers for this series, okay, they were like, Chronicler tweeted out it was going to be the best day of LCK summer, and so far he's not safe, right? And all it takes is HLE Esports to just kind of punish if you're trying to sideline right that while also threaten the Baron. But if you try to group S5 like you're kind of suggesting too, then, you know, you final pick here, and we'll be in the mid lane. So going to be played by Chovy. Now, identity is becoming about the 5 and not the 1. Or 2, as it has often been.
Well, this is showing that, okay, we can trust Johan to get the job done. We can support him with Chovy. We're having this again. Is anyone going to auto-attack this time?
Call Kesper Jail. He needs to go to Kesper Jail right away. That's it.
Rose of the Kings. The Crux are down. They're trying to find an angle here, but they're going to be spotted on the ward. And now it is 2v3 at this moment in time underneath the turret. Let's see if Gen.G can actually make this happen. There's no teleport on Chovy. He has cleanse. As in they go, and they're going to burst down the Xin Zhao and get a bunch of damage onto Morgan as well for the bonus.
They knew better not to attack the Gwen.
And not having that teleport on Chovy absolutely matters
네, 이거
here.
짜오로 점사하자. 내가 먼저 한대요. 기다려.
Okay, so Spain is saying the wait for a second. Now he's saying go fight. And there you go.
나 빼면서 봄. 빼면서 봐. 빼면서.
Yeah, you can get out, basically.
Oh, and look at this. Rascal tries to hop away, and BDD's here. He's going to get away. We didn't quite see how that started. He's up on the top side again, and there's not really much that they can answer to this.
Morgan might look for the trade here, though.
I mean, he'll try. He's trying to get down to the Lulu, and he will be successful. He does have to flash a bit of an extended trade. And Chovy's just like wandering around with Cleanse, like, guys, what's going on? Like, do I get to play the game soon?
Yeah, well, it's going to take a little bit longer. I don't know if soon is quite the,
well,
I don't know if soon is the metric we're using. You know, if we're talking about, like, release dates of... See if they try to contest this. A little bit slow, actually, Gen.G here.
And they're going to come on over, and it looks like they just want to go for the punish as Clit is like, you guys want to fight? Let's fight. I got the invulnerability now coming in. Nobody on the side of HLE has gone down, though. As Rascal comes in, he's going to line up a really nice kick, as the Xin Zhao is trying to get some value. Actually, that's the Gwen. Trying to get some value by herself. And can't quite do that, as HLE thought maybe they could turn it around, but they were
almost 3,000 the advantage. And I mean, this is how it starts, right? Clit can go invulnerable, so this is not really crazy what he's doing here. It's really well timed from life. And then Ruler is just free hitting. So eventually you do end up winning this longer exchange. Johan had the wild growth, Rascal's here on the flank. But it was kind of risky, right? Look at all these health bars for Gen.G. If you don't execute that perfectly, there's a high risk that you fall behind, but they don't, right? And now they have the advantage they need. As we'll watch this from Clit. And he said, like, Leona no ult, and I'm out of here.
And
레오나 노공. 야, 그웬 빠져.
And he said, just fight. Like, he's basically just saying, like, they don't have
reduce the cooldown of all of his abilities, of course. But it just compounds on that effect. As HLE looks like they want to fight this. In they go. It looks like they got the Sorelias as well, but the Taric ultimate is immediately pressed. What are you going to do? They're going to try to get in there as Morgan comes in does Vista as well, and they have huge lineup damage from the Gwen and the Kaisa. Just able to kind of burst them down.
That's never where you want to be against this, but they had no choice, and that's the power of Gwen sometimes. I mean, that's super high value. 3,000 damage in basically 3 seconds. That's where Chovy's going to have to show different strength today. Here we go.
They want to press their buttons. They want to get in onto Life, who does have a stopwatch and a Fate's Call, but immediately they're going to get engaged upon. The Invuln does come through. That's a really nice stun. The Dazzle gets a lot of value here. And the combo from the side of HLE isn't really getting the value. Look at Morgan now. He's all alone on the bottom side, as he does get one, but it's only the support and everybody else dies. We mentioned it was going to come down to the execution. Gen.G absolutely steamrolled them in terms of that.
Yeah, that was
that fight.
That was not it, right? That was the mistake I was talking about. A little bit of overextension from Vista as Clit accidentally gets executed. You can see he puts his finger over his lip right there. He's like, shh, don't talk about that.
All right, well, when in doubt, flip over Baron. And who can blame them? I'm not sure this is going to work. They just want to set up a fight where they can actually get this combo to work out. As now they are going to get on top of Clit, but at this point, I think the wallets are getting pretty heavy. They are really struggling to take him down, as they will eventually, and now Rascal's gonna go in alone. It seems like the rest of Gen G just didn't want anything to do with this fight.
Rise is like, we don't use this term, but he's the AP carry.
Okay, well, they're getting in now, as you can see, fighting front to back. The damage is there, and in goes Lee Sin, picks up a massive triple as Rascal with the Quadra. They're trying to slow down Morgan, but they're not going to catch up to him, and he's full health. So just the Quadra, and now they can do the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, now, like you said right before that fight, now we're starting to talk about the wallets. Now we're starting to talk about the damage, and the Rise this fed in an extended fight, his damage throughput is massive. And Hanwha Life Esports, like you said, it's about the, well, like we've both been saying this entire game, is the execution is important, but it's a comp that can't really fight.
And it's not going to work out.
I mean, I think a lot of people will be critical of this Lulu draft for Chovy, but for me, I think something has to change for Hanwha Life eventually. You can't just have, a 1v9 game every game and hope to be an LCK champion, and hope to be a Worlds contender. So they tried.
Well, it's not going to work out this time. We'll see about the future. They're going to get in here to the Mist as Rascal, he's trying to set it up again. He's really feeling himself this time around as he's looking for that player of the game vote. And this is just Gen G steamrolling them at the end of Game 3. They went down in a very close one in Game 2, but they want to make everybody forget about that game and remember them as the guys on top. Rascal now 9-0-1, and he's going to disable both of the turrets and look for the kills, as Gen G do like to do. They're trying to take out Rascal. It's not going to happen. As you try to burst him down, you're not quite able to do that, even as the Kaisa. And how about giving that kill over to Ruler, I guess. Down will go the Nexus.
That's the end of this series. Very exciting, very interesting start to the day.
They're doing it! They're getting in there! And they're going to take down 2. And does anybody die? They're like, oh, you spawned 2, let's kill him. And at the end of the day, it will be Volibear who goes down. Klid, again, sacrifices himself. A lot of the comps that we're seeing nowadays, and BDD got very far ahead very early on, and there was really no stopping that train.
Yeah. All right, jokingly called him the AP carry, but like